I've been thinking of a time where everything will be alright. Helicopters up above, my feet touching the underground. Where have you been, yeah? Like I need you now.
All right, this is Tim Jackson, and I have with me today Isolde Fair. And Isolde, it's great to have you with us, and we want to talk a little bit about your song Rise right off the bat. So thanks for joining us, and then also tell us a little bit about just kind of your mindset and what message you wanted to send out with your new single Rise.
And I was going to like some type of market or something with my mom, and we were just in the car and not listening to music, and it wasn't like Seattle gray or like, New York gray or like, something like that, but it was depressing enough for me to think about why at the time the world was the way that it was and how we could fix that and how there could be so many different ways of, repairing it, I guess, if that makes any sense. But from there, I was thinking about that, and it was 2017, so obviously now it's completely different and it's gone from something else. But I was just kind of mumbling, I've been thinking of a time where everything will be all right, and then the melody kind of happened with that as well. And then after I got home, I started actually to write it right where I am sitting right now.
Okay.
And I asked my mom for a little bit of help, and we co-wrote it together.
Right. Okay. Well, it's a fantastic song, and it's got a great video to go with it. I want to go ahead and have us all to watch the video, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about the visual aspects that go with the song as well.
Humanity's pulled apart with hate, anger, and fear. Isolation. Let's change.
I've been thinking of a time where everything will be alright. Helicopters up above, my feet touching the underground. Where have you been, yeah? Like I need you now. Won't be running away, yeah. We'll break the chain somehow, 'cause we rise until we're standing. We rise until we're strong. Our dreams are never ending, so we rise until we're standing. See the violence on the street, running rampant, I don't want it to repeat. Calling voices from the crowd, will you hear us? We are so damn proud. Oh, where have you been, yeah? Like I need you now. Won't be running away, yeah. We'll break the chain somehow, 'cause we rise until we're standing. We rise until we're strong. Our dreams are never ending, so we rise until we're 'Cause we rise until we're standing, we rise until we're strong. Imagine where we're going when we rise until we're standing. 'Cause we rise until we're standing, we rise until we're strong. Our dreams are never ending, so we rise until we're standing. 'Cause we rise until we're standing, we rise until we're strong. Our struggle's never ending, so we rise until we're standing. 'Cause we rise until we're standing, we rise until we're strong. Our dreams are never ending, so we rise until we're standing.
Story. So you're based in the greater Los Angeles area, and I know that that video was shot at a ranch north of the city, kind of in Sun Valley, up around the Latuna Canyon area. And the ranch itself has a very interesting, fairly recent history. I think going back to about 2016 or something is where a particular incident happened. So tell me just a little bit about shooting it there and what sort of kind of vibe the whole ranch had, especially knowing its history.
For sure, yeah. So on the ranch, there was this really sweet, beautiful couple, and they lived in this little cottage on this ranch. And there was other houses too, but they lived in this one little cottage. And they watched, I think it was like The Notebook or something. And after watching it, they wanted to die together, and they wanted, you know, to end the way that they wanted to end, but in a combined journey. So it was very loving, and I loved it just because I think that brought so much energy to the video. Because I don't know, I just, you know, there's some locations where it's like I could have done it there, but after I heard the story of this place, it just kind of, everything kind of like came together, not perfectly, but you know what I mean, like it just kind of came together and it all happened. And there was a fire a few months after they watched it, or it was a few weeks, and the house burnt up, and the couple died together. And so the children of the family, they just wanted to keep the house the way that it was because of their, you know, grandparents' love and the couple, and how they brought so much love into that atmosphere, and especially in that area. We also had dancers in the video, and amazing choreographers, Bonnie Story and Susie Longren.
Right.
Insane. I love them to death. Amazing.
Right. And I was going to ask, are you a dancer? I mean, do you take dance lessons, or did you just have to learn the choreography that they came up with?
Good question. Well, when I was younger, I'm like more of an amateur dancer, but when I was younger, I took ballet for a long time. So I got used to that. And then I kind of took more contemporary classes. Right. And then like recently I started at being homeschooled, but also doing classes at another school. I had dance lessons there, so I kind of got back into dance, and it was just really nice to have the ability to get back into also doing that art form that I love.
Right. Well, it's a really cool video, and obviously the message of the song itself is very strong. What sort of feedback have you been getting, and are you happy with people that seem to be receiving the message?
Yeah, I love when people communicate with my stuff. I think it's great, and whatever way they communicate it with, it's not really like, I don't want them to feel a certain way about the song. I want them to feel whatever they feel, you know, and I want them to vibe in a way that they're like, I heard this song at this point in my time, and this is how I felt.
I guess the way probably a lot of people first found out about you was back in 2016 with the song To All the Little Girls, which you took, if I'm remembering correctly, it was a school assignment, a class assignment, right? And it was based upon Hillary Clinton's concession speech in 2016. And so at the time you were 12, 13, something like that. So tell me a little bit about hearing this speech and taking those words and making them into the song to all the little girls.
Like what you said, it came from a school assignment. It came from a music class. And it was really just me and a few other friends, and they were all girls. So we were all like in this class together, and we all were doing stuff that wasn't really based on writing songs or anything. And then my teacher at the time, she gave this assignment to me and to everybody, and she was like, you can do whatever you want with it. You can like write a poem, you can do whatever. And I guess she heard that I was writing songs at the time. She's like, honestly, I didn't think it would go anywhere. I just thought that if I put it out, a few people would see it. And then, of course, Hillary saw it, and it got to another place, which was really interesting. And I loved also meeting new people from that. I loved meeting Hillary too. And I loved being surrounded in that energy, because I never knew that energy was there. And also like being with those people, because like school at the time, I was in middle school, so we all had history books, and we were looking at that and seeing this, like a few of the same people, and it was just meeting them was really interesting, because sometimes it has like they have a different story to tell, and I really like that.
Well, and tell me a little bit about, obviously you are kind of a big picture thinker at a pretty young age, between To All the Little Girls and your current song, Rise. Just tell me a little bit about, because it is a crazy state of the world these days and the country these days. Tell me just a little bit about any sort of, I guess, causes or organizations that you might support or you want to give a shout out to, and kind of what is your, I guess, prescription for getting us as a society into a better place?
Especially with what's going right now, Black Lives Matter and all the petitions and women's rights and all about that. I don't have a specific one, but in the range of what's going on with all the injustices, that's where I'm at, and that's what I want to support. And I just think that's super important to me, and because I want the world to change in a way where everybody can be at the same level and we can all feel happy together, and it won't just be a suppressed mess.
You guys you and your mom, a while back, you did this beautiful arrangement of the song Won't Be Silent, and you play violin on that. And I want you to talk about that. But first of all, how many instruments do you play, and how much time per day do you spend practicing such instruments?
I play piano, I play violin, I also play electric bass. And at one point I did play like harp, and I played drums. But when I played harp, it was like I only learned it for a few weeks, and I just want, I like learning new instruments, and I think it's really great to do that, but I wasn't really like set on it. But I'm really set on playing the violin, practicing piano, and playing, electric bass. And mostly I practice the violin, just like probably depends, 3 or 4 hours a day, 5. And then piano, it's kind of like all over. It can range from like 3 hours, sometimes 2 hours, to I don't know. Sometimes it depends on the day. If I'm working more on violin, because I'm also being classically trained, which is, I love it. I think it's great to incorporate that into my music too, with the other stuff that I'm doing. And I'm being taught by Bobiola Kim. She's amazing, world-class soloist. I love her. Beautiful soloist, amazing. Her stuff is like mind-blowing. So working with her, it's a dream. And ranging from all of that, it's just every day, all day, I'm practicing either piano, violin, or electric bass. Yeah, but that's about it.
Well, and so let's go ahead and we'll let you talk a little bit about Won't Be Silent, and then hopefully you will play at least a small bit of that song because I really fell in love with it. It's such a haunting melody. You play violin on the song, and it has a really interesting backstory as well. So, kind of, what can you tell us about how the song kind of came to your attention and how you and your mom did this arrangement and performed the song?
We met up with this director from, it was from a hangout with a few of our other friends, and she mentioned him, and so he wanted to do something. He saw me and my mom playing at a gig, me playing violin, my mom playing piano, and he said, I think it was like his great great uncle, he was in the Holocaust, and he was a composer, but he, in the time when he was in the camp, he was also a musician, so they would let him out sometimes. But then he would sneak out and like put all the pieces of the piano in half, and he and like a few of his friends would be like hiding in their jackets and then put it back together. I don't know how the hell they did that, but it's just, it was amazing how that came about. And he wrote this song, Won't Be Silent, but the lyrics were written by, I'm trying to remember her name. I have the music right here. By Cara Gardy, and I think she was on American Idol, but she did beautiful lyrics. And so from that, he was like, we should do a music video to it. So we did, and my mom and I arranged it, and we did a different version of it, which was nice. But also thinking about it, because when we were putting it together as an arrangement, I was looking at the lyrics, and it was so powerful, and it brought, I don't know, like it was some type of other energy. I keep mentioning energy, but it was some type of other energy that was different in the best way possible. Like it was just, it like, it started to make me think, and I was just thinking about it and thinking about, wow, these lyrics, because they just kind of go deeper beyond the skin, and it's more in that place where it kind of has to sink in to like, to be grounded to it. It's crazy. But from that, we did the video, and my mom and I, we played together, and we recorded it, and it sounds beautiful.
If you wouldn't mind playing just a little bit of that song on violin, we would love to hear it. That's fantastic. It's such a beautiful and, like I said, a kind of haunting melody, but I definitely love that. And thanks for playing for us. And then I want to get you to sing just a little bit of Rise, but before we do, and we'll kind of close with this in terms of some thoughts from you with what you've done with To All the Little Girls, and of course the song Rise, and we saw the video for it at the beginning of the show. I mean, what message do you want to send to the world in general, but especially to your generation? I mean, to kind of teenagers of today, what sort of message do you want to get out there in the world?
Honestly, there's too many messages, so many in my head that's going on right now. But I want to say that people that in my generation and just people in general, they should just keep doing what they love, and in this suppressed time, they should try to find a way to not be suppressed and to find a way to kind of lighten themselves so that we can like all get this, all go through this and get out of this situation together in one piece, and find a way to make that change and to be a part of it and to evolve and to love. And I think right now also it's super important to love and to feel the love and give the love, because that's also, I feel like people forget about that too. And I think that's super important to feel that way and to show it and to gift it. Yeah.
Well, no doubt. Well, we definitely appreciate that. And before we let you go, because you probably have more practice to do today,
I do indeed.
we would love for you to sing just at least a little bit of the song Rise, so we can go ahead and hear your voice right here.
I've been thinking of a time where everything will be alright. Helicopters up above, my feet touching the underground. Where have you been? Yeah, yeah. Look, I need you now. Won't be running away. Yeah. We'll break the chain somehow. 'Cause we rise until we're standing. We rise until we're strong. Our dreams are never ending. So we rise until we're standing, standing, standing. See the violence on the street, running rampant, I don't want it to repeat. Calling voices from the crowd, will you hear us? We are so damn proud. Where have you been? Yeah, yeah. Look, I need you now. Won't be running away. Yeah. We'll break the chain somehow. 'Cause we rise until we're standing. We rise until we're strong. Our dreams are never ending. So we rise until we're standing. We let our voices be heard. There's strength behind every word. So even when we're gonna fall, we still stand tall. We still stand tall. 'Cause we rise until we're standing. We rise until we're strong. Imagine where we're going when we rise until we're standing. 'Cause we rise until we're standing. We rise until we're strong. Imagine where we're going when we rise until we're standing. 'Cause we rise until we're standing. We rise until we're strong. Our dreams are never ending. So we rise until
we definitely appreciate you singing that for us. Again, the song is Rise. You are Isolde Fair, and we appreciate you being here with us. The single is out, the video is out, and we certainly wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. It's been a blessing to be here.
Won't be running away, yeah. We'll break the chain somehow, 'cause we rise.